Tonight on Action News, a phenomenon that's been hitting the region for the last 30 years. Now identified, we can reveal that it is the pepper effect.
You know, we meteorologists have been studying what's now known as the pepper effect. It's a powerful, fast-moving system, but it seems to leave behind this wonderful feeling of well-being and hope.
It seems to happen whenever a space looks dull or drab. Suddenly, vacant land turns into green space. And let me tell you this, trees, they pop up all over town. And also people, they pull together to improve their neighborhoods. It's amazing.
You know, my colleagues around the country have been constantly calling to ask, is this pepper effect going to affect them? And you know, I got to tell them, if this system stays on course, yeah, could be headed their way.
It seems to be a combination of warm, sunny days, soft spring rain, and frankly, just the right combination of vision, drive, and just good old hard work.
Well, I first met Jane through the vegetable gardening program, and a house had gone down on our block, and this program was started. Jane was the type of person who would come out. I didn't know who she was. You know, she would come out and, you know, just walk around and help wherever she could and teach wherever she could.
I met Jane when I first came to Philadelphia in 1983, and she's been a dear friend and a great colleague and a mentor to me every year since. Well, we all know Jane is the consummate fundraiser. When Jane arrives to tell you about a new activity at the Horticultural Society, you know she's going to be persuasive. And the Pew Charitable Trust has been a partner with Jane and the Horticultural Society for many, many decades, supporting Philadelphia Green and a whole range of initiatives. One of my favorites is the remaking of the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. And it was Jane's vision and Jane's leadership and our partnership that is turning the Parkway into everything that we all would have expected.
I think the Horticultural Society's impact on city life has been like its impact on my life, just multiplied many times over. Everybody who lives in the city gets to have access to greenery and gardens that they wouldn't otherwise have. And during the summer in particular, when I come to the fountain here, I see lots of people gathered around the fountain with small children a lot of times to kind of gather the spray and cool off, and they get the benefit of these beautiful gardens. It's wonderful.
I met Jane Pepper over 20 years ago when I first became a member of the Men's Garden Club, and we became good friends almost immediately. Most recently, we've established the Jane Pepper Legacy Fund, which is a $12 million effort to raise money that will maintain gardens throughout the city. My hopes is to have that fund raised by the time Jane retires.
I live in North Philly, and we had a garden. There's houses on it now, but I volunteered at a bookstore that opened in the neighborhood. It's a nonprofit, and a woman came in the store and she looked at me and she said, "You used to have a garden on 20th Street, didn't you? Oh, we want to start a garden, you know, and blah, blah, you know, and on and on." I think she's inspired enough people to, you know, pick up the load and carry on. And that's the biggest thing that somebody can do. And I think her legacy has been to teach Philadelphians that they're all one community.
The pepper effect has had an enormous impact on Philadelphia and the surrounding region. Congratulations, Jane, and a big thank you from everyone here at 6 ABC and across the Delaware Valley.